What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Trading Live with Bubba. And well, there was close to some action here. Didn't quite get there, but close. But we'll see. Markets have been kind of slow and dull here after yesterday's announcement about the potential talks. But of course, that seems to be gone already as crude oil is back rallying again. But markets are running now a little bit, so maybe we'll get something to trade. Been pretty quiet though. You know, you had basically yesterday, you had the big spike up at 7:07 Eastern, and basically nothing the rest of the day. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get something here. Again, we're going to be ready. If the market allows, we'll be ready. Okay, gold's been kind of whippy. Crude's getting hammered a little bit. It's up on the day, but was up about 400, and now down. We can get a little bit bigger rally here. We can get a sale in the Russell, maybe the S&P, maybe the Nasdaq, maybe the Dow. So we'll see what it looks like. Unfortunately, there is not much to do, but our Tesla trade cash is a winner, and our MP trade cash is a winner, so we're good there. That's all good. So we ended up with a good week last week, even though we didn't have much to do. We found a few things that we could act on, and here we are. So we'll see. We're ready to go if we get something, and we're going to wait the next couple of minutes and see if anything triggers here. And doesn't appear to be anything happening. So let's just take a look at the rest of the board. But this is kind of what I was talking about from yesterday. The S&P made the one move. Well, actually, you want to see it more on this kind of a chart. Here. Had the big move yesterday, and then basically we've been sideways since. Okay, so that's kind of the way it goes, and obviously we can't force any trades. Apple, nothing to do. Again, you're in the middle of nowhere, no real trade, nothing to really act on. Amazon, same thing. Again, this is something that we continue to watch, and let's just make sure we're not missing anything over here. No, not really. Maybe something, maybe a buy coming in crude. Again, we have to wait for the system to trigger. That's what we do. That's how we roll. But again, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's nothing I can do about it. Getting a little bit of a rally here. So we'll have to be patient and wait. See, maybe crude will come down a little farther, give us an opportunity. That I don't know. But we are ready to go if it should show up. All right, well, let's go back and take a peek here for a moment. Coin, right down on support, but it doesn't give us a trade yet. Crowd, right back at support, doesn't give us a trade though. Ether, nothing. Meta, nothing. Google, getting close. Getting close. Let's go back here and see if anything's worthwhile here as we wait. And I'm going to look at Google right now and see what the spreads look like, if there's anything worth taking here. Google Google's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I would actually do these for tomorrow. For Friday. 295, 292.50. Not enough credit, so we'll have to wait for that and see. And INOQ, nothing. IWM, nothing. Right on support. MP we did last week. Cashed it. Let's see what happened. Nothing here now. Microsoft getting close. MSTR, nothing. Netflix, nothing. So again, this is obviously the time it's been very quiet and very little action overall. So we have to be patient enough to wait for it. And that's always the case. Again, you can try to rush in and put yourself in a bad position, or you can be patient and wait for it. And I think it's always best to be patient and wait for it. There is a no trade. The decision to make no trade is the same as making a trade. You're just saving money. Okay, because if you don't have a reason to be involved, there's no reason to do anything. NNE, nothing. Nugget, nothing. Nvidia, still stuck in consolidation. Palantir, nothing. QBTS, nothing. Qs, nothing. SMCI, certainly you could buy that. I've already bought it, but you could certainly put some spreads on there. What do they look like? SMCI. And sell the 2050 for 35 cents. I could take that. 2050 SMI for 35 cents. And we're back just looking to see if anything's going to show up here. And unfortunately, the answer is no at the moment, but we'll be ready. Should there be something? And let's go back here. SPY, nothing. XYZ, nothing. Tesla, which we did last week, is still bouncing. So that's a good thing. USO, nothing. WIN, nothing. XBI, getting close, but nothing. And Zoom, nothing. All right. So again, we just have the live trades. Look where we have one trade we put on SMCI, and we are watching Google. But right now, not much. So we'll sit back here and relax. But again, remember, this is a very much of a news-driven market right now. So we can see some swifter moves. It doesn't affect us. I mean, we're happy when we get those kind of moves because we're going to be able to fade them whichever way they decide to go. So obviously, but right now we're just kind of chipping right and back and forth. Nothing really going on. So, again, if that's the case, there's nothing I can really do about it. Okay. So, just look at this stock I've been watching, Fusilli. Yeah, nothing to do right now. So, just continue to watch. So right now, again, we're just hanging out. That's all we can do. Obviously, would love to be trading, but right now, all we can do is just sit back and relax. Because at the end of the day, if there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do, and I'm not going to give my money away trying to force a trade. Don't forget about the Tradier Summit coming up in May. It'll be cool. I'll be there live and in person in Florida, PGA National. Check it out. It should be a great event, 2-day event, May 7th, May 8th. So right now we got not much doing. So we'll just continue to observe. And remember, I do a daily update every day too on Tradier, Market 120. So check it out. Give you some insight to what I'm seeing early in the morning. I usually do it about 7:15 Eastern time. Get a feel for the market, what's going on. But right now we don't have much to do. So, maybe we'll get something. Again, I can't promise anything. All I can do is be prepared. That's all we can ever do, is be potentially prepared for something. We are getting a little bit of attempt of a rally. It's just not fast enough nor big enough to let us get involved. So unfortunately, that's just the case. But again, we have to be patient. That's the business. Patience. So until we get an opportunity, that's what we're going to be, patient. We're not going to force anything here. We do have a trade we put on and one we're watching. And that's all we can do right now. So, again, we're seeing we can't quite get to that point that triggers a trade for us. So boring sitting and waiting, but again, that's what you got to be able to do. You got to be able to sit and wait and relax, because it makes your good trades that much better, and it keeps you out of the losing trades. So it keeps you out of the emotional beatings that we sometimes have to take. And that's, again, your mind, your emotions in this business is a big thing. And that's what we have to be, worried about and focus on, because that'll throw you out of kilter. So again, we're waiting. And unfortunately, that's what we got to do. We got to wait. But it does not appear like we're going to get anything today, but we'll keep watching. Only takes one burst in either direction. But at the moment, it's a big zero. And that's what we got. A whole bunch of nothing. And this is a slow market. So it does not appear like we're getting anything today other than the trades we already put on. But we'll see. We'll watch another couple of minutes and see if something magically shows up. But they just can't seem to get that final push. So you know, don't look good, kids. Looks like a no trade kind of day. That's what it looks like. All right. Well, remember the market 120. We'll see you back here on Thursday. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you in a couple of days. Adios.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.